Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to KWTN 100.9, the Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. We are here live in Bancroft at Bancroft Rosalie High School, where the Panthers will be hosting a D1 district final game against the Wynot Blue Devils. My name is Coach Huge, and join with me this evening is Coach Q.
Coach Q is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Coach Huge, we're still here. We're still here. The Big Voice is covering tonight's game matchup between the Wynot Blue Devils and the Bancroft Rosalie Panthers, and very excited about this game. I'm glad that we are able to cover this game. Thank the sponsors for this, and the sponsors.
Ho-Chunk Incorporated.
Ho-Chunk Inc. Ho-Chunk Inc. I want to say thank you very much for your sponsorship, and it's going to be a good one tonight. One game before state, Coach Huge.
Yeah, these boys made it down to state last year, I believe. We had the privilege of going down there and covering it on the radio live. That was an experience in itself to come through. As you guys see, there's a 1,000-point club here. I'm going to talk a little bit about it here. What's going to go down this evening, Mr. K.J. Blackhawk is a junior here on this Bancroft Rosalie Panther team. Coach Q, he is 2 points away from his 1,000th point. Yes. They took a loss in the sub-district final, but through their play throughout the season, earned the wild card spot, and it was enough to even get to host this game. And in that game, he fell 2 points short of his 1,000th point. So when KJ Blackhawk scores his first 2 points this evening, he will receive his award for 1,000 points this season, for his career.
That's going to be so exciting for that young man there. I know that he's been talked about a lot lately. He's just he's one of those guys that you call a pure shooter. It doesn't have to be a three-pointer. It doesn't have to be a mid-range. It could be anywhere on the court, and this guy can shoot the ball. And he shoots it with a high percentage. And I'm really happy that he's going to get his 1,000th point tonight on that first basket.
So we want to talk a little bit here as we're leading into it. The crowd's jumping. It's lively. Bancroft Town showed up and showed out tonight. The Wynot fans are all here. But let's talk about this game here a little bit. We saw Bancroft's coming off a loss. Wynot won to earn their way in here into this piece of the tournament. What are you going to see from, let's talk about Wynot first. What do you see Wynot need to get done to get this victory?
Well, see, me first and foremost, I got to watch both these teams play a couple of times this year. They both played Winnebago at least one time this year. And they're both really good basketball teams, and myself, I think just by watching those games, I really think that Wynot has a really strong football or basketball team, and I kind of messed up right there because they're the 2025 state football champs from their school right there. So they have the athletes up there, and Bancroft does have the basketball players here. So I think it's going to be a pretty even matchup tonight, and it's going to be a wonderful game.
We want to welcome Coach Chris to the show. Coach Chris, we're just kind of going back and forth here. He covered Wynot and their keys to victory. Let's go with Coach Chris here and see what you got for what are you feeling as far as Bancroft's chances, or what do they need to get this win tonight?
Well, I think it's an advantage when you get to play, your district final on your home court. So definitely having that on their side, and also too, they've been here before and they have some experienced guys, and I know they have some young guys too, but really getting off to a quick start, really getting KJ Blackhawk going early, and nothing too crazy, but simpler the better as far as getting him downhill, getting him to the rim, getting him to the free throw line, and just not settling for a bunch of threes. And I think collectively as a group, it has to be a team effort on both sides of the ball. And defensively, I know it's going to be a huge task for them because they're a little bit undersized, but all in all, doing everything that they're going to do together.
I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Ho-Chunk Incorporated, Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, putting down the sponsorship to get the Big Voice down here to Bancroft Rosalie, the Panthers, to be able to chance to announce this game for all our viewership. Everybody listening on the radio, turning it on your phones, listening on your tablets, watching on your tablets, all those that are able to stream it up to their TVs. We appreciate all our viewership. Like, subscribe, comment. What else you got?
Definitely comment. You guys comment on the link, and yeah, let's talk about this basketball game. And I want to say one thing, Coach Huge, and just to piggyback off what Coach Chris said, about being there before. Both these teams having a great year last year at the state tournament. Bancroft winning their first round game, going into the second round, and then Wynot making it all the way to the championship game. So they've both been here before, and I think tonight it's going to be about who wants it more, who wants to make the state tournament more. So that's what it's going to come down to.
Right now they're announcing the non-starters of both teams. I know they didn't do this last night at the district final game and that we went to, but this must just be what they do here in D1. Or by the way, Bancroft wants to take care of it, because this is real similar to what you'll see at the state tournaments. It's real similar to what you'll see at every state game. They announce all the non-starters, all the coaches and all that. So I don't have the starting lineups for each team. We usually just call them out as they're coming out onto the court. So we'll just stick with our tradition and do that as we go here.
Yep. And I want to give a shout out right now to all the fans come out for Bancroft to come watch and support the team in this big game here tonight. We're kind of some neighbors from Bancroft right here, and we see that it's almost standing room only, and there's gymnasium. And we look over on the Wynot side, and it's the same way. It's almost standing room only.
Starting lineup for Wynot: number 0, Devin Brummer, 5'10" senior. Number 1, Killian Steinhaus, 6' senior. Number 4, Justin Himes, 6'1" senior. Number 13, Nixon Himes, 5'10" junior. And number 20, Connor Conch, 6' senior. So as I call those names out, real familiar, because we called 2 Winnebago Wynot games earlier in the season. I expect Koch to have a big game here for the Blue Devils. Number 2, for Bancroft Rosalie Panthers. Number 2, Eli Hunter Maxwell, 5'10" junior. Number 4, Braylon Wegner, 5'10" senior. Number 1,000 point himself, KJ Blackhawk, 5'9" junior. Number 15, Jaden Browning, 6' junior. And the freshman, Arian Marufo, number 24, 6' freshman. Getting ready for the national anthem as we move along here. So wanted to thank you guys for joining with us. I apologize, we don't have the mic'd up for the national anthem, so we're going to have some more convo as we go through here, guys. Defensively, what do you think these two teams need to do to really secure their start and get a good first quarter start?
Myself, I would be talking about for both teams, like, to come out and set the pace. I'm a defensive coach, so that's what I would try to do first, is try to set the tone in our favor by playing pressure defense. And they have good guards on both teams, so I'd say defensively make the other team work and wear them down defensively.
Coach Chris?
I just think for Bancroft, it's going to come down to limiting second chance. And I think we've seen with Winnebago in the last few games here down the stretch that, rebounding is probably one of the most important things in games like this, and getting stops and being able to convert those stops into points. So, for Bancroft, a huge task, because this Wynot team it has good size and they know it, and they'll be able to be aggressive on the offense and defensive rebounding. But I think for the most part, if you're Bancroft, we got the home court. We got that build and play off of that crowd, and the crowd needs to be loud tonight and make sure that their presence is known.
Yeah, and also, Coach Chris, feeding off the crowd is a really good thing to have, and I'm glad that Bancroft has the home court advantage tonight.
All right, folks, we are here. It's tip-off time here in Bancroft Rosalie. Bancroft, this game is a D1 district final game. Winner of this punches their ticket to the state tournament March 12th through the 14th down in Lincoln, Nebraska in a few weeks. The Panthers have been there before. Why not trying to continue their winning ways that they winning off a football season last year? So here we go.
Oh, that's going to be exciting, guys. Looks like we got some good referees out there, too.
On the tip-off, Arian Marufo and number 24, Dylan Wessler. All right, here we go, folks. Why not with the ball up on top? That's Steinhaus trying to kick it down low. Getting over to Himes. Himes wants to dribble, nowhere to go. Kicks it back out to Steinhaus. He's on a 3-fly from that white wing off the back iron. Big rebound there from Wegner. Wegner taking his time. Why not applying a little pressure? Here comes Browning. Browning moving the ball up the court here. Getting off to Wegner. Wegner's got it now, pushing the right side over to Browning. Browning finds a cutting KJ Blackhawk, who goes up, takes the foul, and one. KJ Blackhawk, 1,000 points for KJ Blackhawk. What a backdoor cut, absorbed the foul. We're going to get a free throw incoming, 3 the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and glad he was able to get it early and get that done, so now we can lock in and we can play this game and play to win.
Exactly.
Free throw incoming and knocks it down. No timeout called for the honoring. They just want to play, boys. Here we go.
We're here to play ball.
3-0 right now here in Bancroft. KJ Blackhawk earning his 1,000th point on that and one. Why not? The Blue Devils with the ball around, moving around on top. Koch has got it. He's going to set three-point line. He fakes it. He drives all the way to the cup. Slices to the defense. Gets 2 to go.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that, from watching Why Not play a few games this year, he was one of the guys that was taking to the hoop all game long.
The Panthers drive, and that's KJ Blackhawk after taking some contact. Finishes the contact, but misses. Here comes Brummer. He's going to drive. He's going to do a nifty spin to his left, all the way off the glass. Left Browning in his dust.
The last game that we watched with Why Not, we were talking about Brummer and how he was a great leader for the team, playing inside outside.
Blackhawk with a nice dime to Maxwell. Hunter Maxwell gets a 2 to go as he drives to the free throw line as they cut through this Blue Devil press. The Blue Devils are opting press on defense, but here comes 5-4 right now, 6:30 to go. 3 goes up, and it's missed. So here we go. 5-4, Panthers with a 1-point lead. Browning has the ball right now. He's going to let a 3 fly from that left wing, in and out, cannot get it to go. Rebound pulled down by, Himes. Brummer. He's going to let a 3 fly, cannot get it. Marufo pulls down the rebound, dribbles through it. He's going to take it himself, slows it down, hands it off over to Wegner. Wegner's driving. Blackhawks going to go underneath on the baseline. Wegner looking for the screen from Hunter Maxwell. Wegner, a lot of action over here on this left wing, the left wing, taking his time, passing the ball around. Hunter Maxwell back up to Wegner, top of the key to Blackhawk on the right wing. He's going to drive, he's going to fake, taking a pass from Marufo. They try to throw it into bounds, but tipped away by Koch.
Yeah, I know KJ wants that one back right there. Arian really wanted that pass. He had him on his hip.
Steinhaus kicks it on over to Nixon Himes. Easy 3 for the kid. Gets it to drop 7-5 now. We had a lead change in almost every basket started this game. Marufo hands it up to Blackhawk. Thought about it, but did not go. 2-point lead here for the Blue Devils. 5:19 to go left here in the first. There is Browning up on top, throwing the ball around to Wegner. He's on his right, deep left corner. He loses it, but gets it back and tries to get to Blackhawk. Wegner, he's going to drive down the middle. Tries to find another cutting Marufo, but stolen away again by Koch. That's his second steal in a row.
That was a good idea right there by Wagner, because he was wide open there.
Brummer fires a 3 from the right wing, but cannot get it to go. As Wegner got the rebound, he tried to dribble through 2 defenders, steps out of bounds. Blue Devils are going to get their ball under their own basket. 4:55 here to go, 7-5.
I love the pace of this basketball game tonight, fellas.
Inbound coming, stolen away by Hunter Maxwell. Gets it out to Marufo. Hands it off to Wegner. Wegner's going to bring it up himself on this left side. Going to hand it off over there to, that is Mr. Browning. Browning's going to dribble. He's looking around, nowhere to go. Left-handed assassin, tries to drive, pushed it, but does not takes contact, keeps going. Ball bands out Hunter Maxwell's hands, top of the key. Blackhawks got it now. That's Koch opting to take up on Blackhawk. He drives through 2 guys, goes up, and he's fouled on the take. Nice heady move there from Blackhawk to just drive into the basket, take the contact, get himself to the free throw line.
Yeah, Blackhawk is agile. He can go left to right, kind of finding his own openings right there and then going up strong. And I like getting the contact, too. He almost had another and one.
Free throw incoming. First one up and good. Be his 4th point this evening. We apologize. Coach Q ain't doing no stats tonight. Oh, last night wore him out.
Well, there's no table in front of us. The table's behind us. So
6-7 now. Next free throw could tie this ball game up. We're at 4:26 left here in the first. Second free throw up and good. Tie ball game, folks, with 4:26 left here in the first. 7-7. Here come the Blue Devils. That is number 13.
Oh, man.
Himes drives it all the way in the right side. Gets to go.
7 of the 9 points right there, right?
Just about, yeah.
Stats.
All right, there's Browning. Picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go. Skip pass up to Marufo. Look for the drop pass. Pulls up from the right on the right elbow of the free throw line. Cannot get it to drop. Big pass up to Brummer. He's going to drive. He goes up. Marufo thought about taking the charge, but was called for the foul there. Brummer is going to get himself to the free throw line. An attacking offense right now from the Blue Devils. Talk about that, little guys.
Yeah, I think that was a smart play by Marufo to try to contest it right there, but he got there just a little bit late on that one right there. But yeah, attacking the basket right now is working really well for Wynot. getting to the line once again.
First free throw up and good. Coach Chris, what are you seeing for Wynot that's just working for him right now? Everything they have is layups.
Yeah, they're just taking their time, getting the ball up the floor. You know, that's what you want to do when you're on the road. You know, you want to get more opportunities in transition. So continue to push the pace and continue to, you know, put pressure on them defensively.
A couple of subs come on in here for the Blue Devils. I missed one, but Mr. Cash Lenzen and Lane Himes. There's about 3 Himes on this team, guys, and like 3 Hans. So stay with me here. I'm going to try to keep it up to date. Jace Lang also in the game right now.
Yeah, just like any other small community, they got their basketball families up there.
Drummer gets both free throws to go there. Koch opts to come back in the game, though, as they have Drummer take a seat.
I saw one of those rests. This guy right down here just kind of stared up here, smiled at us.
4-point ball game, folks, 7-11. Here comes Browning, drives, nowhere to go, gets it out to Hunter Maxwell, back to Browning. Good defense there from Himes to get all over him as he collected the ball. It looks like the Blue Devils are going to go into a zone right now, looking like a 3-2 zone. Going to hand it off to Blackhawk over in this left wing, moving around, nowhere to go. They get over there to number 4, Mr. Wagner. He lets it fly and cannot get it to drop. Here comes Koch, passing it up to Justin Himes. He drives again, but
nice
nowhere to
move.
go. But there is Mr. Wagner pulling it down. Here comes Browning now. Skip pass all the way to KJ Blackhawk. Does a shot fake, drives with 2 guys. Skip pass to Browning. Thought about it, nowhere to go. Good defense here from the Blue Devils. Wagner, he's going to let a 3 fly in and out, cannot get it to go. 3:12 to go here, 4-point ball game. Koch kicking it outside. He goes all the way back up to the top now to Justin Himes. Lane Himes, first time in the game. Justin Himes stolen away by Browning on the top of the key. He's driving. He's on this left side. He's going to go up. Skip pass to Malou. Gets it to drop. Through contact. 2 points for Browning.
That was actually a good no call by the referees right there because it could have went either way.
9-11, 2-point ball game here to go with 2:46. Moving the ball around the top. Connor Conch now finds Himes. That's Lane Himes. Connor Conch gets it, kicks it out to Lenzen. Lenzen gets rid of it. He's going to find Koch in that deep left corner. Hits the side of the backboard. There's nowhere to go. Browning ends up with the rebound. Here comes Wagner back to Browning. 2:28 to go. Let's see if the Panthers can tie this ball game up or possibly take the lead here. Browning with the ball against this zone. Nobody opts to take the free throw line space up wide open. All the way over to Blackhawk. Almost thrown out of bounds, but recovered. Maxwell's kick it out to Browning. He spots up. He lets one go in and out. And they cannot get it to go. There's an invisible lid on the three-point line for the Panthers tonight.
I was going to say that the last time down. But it seems like all those shots are right on the money.
Lenzen
in and out.
Lenzen with the ball, kicks over there to Lane Himes, back to Lenzen. He thought about a 3, but didn't like it. Koch in that deep left corner. He's going to go baseline. He goes up and under on the reversal. Gets it 2 to go. Connor Koch just taking his time. Surgical on the drives tonight. 9-13, 4-point game. 1:45 to go. Pushing lead back at the 4. Largest lead out here for the Blue Devils. Blackhawk thought about the 3. Nice fake there. They're going to throw it to Wagner. Wagner faked it. Stays above the 3-point line. They're going to give it to Blackhawk. Loves this jumper as he dribbles into the free throw line and gets 2 to go.
The midi.
11-13 now. Here come the Blue Devils. Big spin move there from Lane Himes. Lost it, nowhere to go. Gets it all the way into Justin Himes. Kicks out to Koch. He wants to drive the baseline again. Doesn't like it. Throws it out to Lang. Gets rid of it. Tipped away, but nowhere to go. I apologize. That was Lenzen that had the ball tipped away. And here comes the Blue Devils now with their entire starting 5 again. Nice piece of work from the coach there, Coach Chris, to give his whole starting 5 a rest there.
Yeah, and they're a deep team. They got guys that are capable, and I feel like, you know, Coach trust his guys enough to be able to sub like that. Most coaches, you know, have a rotation of about 7 or 8, but you know, I think Coach trusts his guys, and I think because they've been here, they're okay with that.
So in the game right now, we got Steinhaus that came back in. He's got the ball up top now, taking his time, looking around. Going to get over there to Braylon Hans. He's going to let a 3 fly right above the top of the key and gets it to drop. 5-point lead now for these Blue Devils here in this district final game. 11-16, 52 seconds and ticking. They get it across the timeline to Blackhawk. Here come the Panthers. Blackhawk opts to move. Nice nifty move left to right. He goes up. A lot of contact, no call. Taken away from the Blue Devils. Wynot throws it on up. Romer's got it. Doesn't like it. Smartly resets. 29 seconds on the shot clock. About a 7-second difference here. They're going to get it down low to Carter Hans. He goes up. Cannot get it to drop. Tipped away by Marufo. Recovered. Here comes Blackhawk down this right side. Doesn't like it. Dribbles all the way out. Taking his time. That's Steinhaus on him. Picking him up above the 3-point line. Tries to drive through contact. No call. And now they're going to call it, and I believe that's on Steinhaus. Fellas, the contact, the physicality of this game, love it or hate it.
I love it. It's playoff time, guys. It's playoff time. They got to leave it all out there on the floor.
Inbound for the Panthers. 15 seconds left to go here in the first. Down by 5. Let's see what the Panthers do to answer back, to cut into this 5-point lead. We're at 8 seconds down. Here comes Browning. He's going to drive. Lost the handle. Nowhere to go. Ball is being fought for underneath. It's going to be a jump ball. And I believe the possession is going to the Bancroft Rosalie Panthers. They're going to have 3 seconds to get a shot off here. Let's see what coach has drawn up for them. Mr. Corey Meyer. As Mr. Wegner comes back in the game now. Ball is being inbounded, looking around to number 11 for the Rosalie Panthers. Puts it up. That's Burhoff. Cannot get it to go. Well, with that, folks, we're at the end of the first quarter. It's 11-16 right now. First off, I want to shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out to our sponsors, Ho Chunk Inc., Peanut Gigi Wynot. Thank you very much, Coach Chunk Inc.
Well, guys, we asked about what these different teams needed to have a great first quarter. You want to go for Coach Chris? Let us know what you thought about Wynot's play.
Well, I think with Wynot, they're doing a good job of playing with pace. And normally we've seen them in the past to where they more or less work out a half court and not so much with pace, but great job of them by getting out, running, moving the ball, taking care of the ball. I think for the most part they've really limited their turnovers, but for BR, they had some quality looks that just didn't go down.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't lose your confidence, or you can't get, you know, frustrated with those shots not going down, because they are good looks. But I think if you're Bancroft, you're taking care of business on the glass, really on when a shot goes up for Wynot, Bancroft's had almost every rebound, and I think that's crucial right now.
Quick shout out to the broadcast crew, Coach Q.
Oh, yeah. I'm Coach Q. I'm in the house with Coach Huge, Coach Chris. We got DJ Besame and DJ Guaranteed on the 1s and 2s over there. And we got Kevin Ebert managing the whole thing. Jordana Bass, Cynthia Harlan, and Jeremy Miller.
Here we go.
On the cameras.
Here we go, folks. Blue Devils starting out the possession. We're in the start of our second quarter now. 5-point ball game now. Blue Devils moving the ball around. That's Steinhaus. Nice little dribble drive into the inside, but he is fouled on his jumper in the right side of the key there by Hunter Maxwell. That's going to bring Steinhaus to the free throw line. I believe this is his first 2 free throws of this game.
That was actually a good call, too, on that jump shot right there. Hunter Maxwell got him a little bit on the arm. You kind of saw him pull his hand back and out the contact.
Blue Devils on offense are just finding their way to find open lanes against their man. One dribble, move and go. We've seen a little bit this last night, too, when we went down and watched the Winnebago game. Just being very efficient with their offense. Second free throw is no good. 6-point ball game right now, 11-17. 7:40 to go. Skip pass all the way up to Hunter Maxwell. He's got it. Going to hand it up to KJ Blackhawk on this left side. All the way up top to Browning now. Browning's got the ball up top. Looking around. Screen comes from Blackhawk. He thought about the 3, didn't like it. Marufo gets rid of it over to Browning on the right wing now. Action all the way around. Hunter Maxwell over to Marufo. Marufo taking his time, patient, over to Blackhawk. Blackhawk, nifty piece of dribbling with Steinhaus playing defense on him, accepting the challenge, recovering the defender. And we're getting a shot clock violation on the Panthers. Good piece of defense there from Wynot.
Yeah, great defense by Wynot. Active hands, all up on the ball. Great pressure defense.
Bancroft had a good time to it. Kind of looked like they were confused of what set they were running at that same time, where Wynot was playing really good defense.
Koch with the ball, throws it all the way up to Steinhaus. He's going to get the ball dropped off to Himes. Himes is going to dribble, nowhere to go. Gets it all the way over to Koch. He's going to pass it over to Steinhaus. Steinhaus, ball is poked away by Blackhawk. Goes out of bounds on Steinhaus. Turnover from a rare turnover right now from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, great job of having active hands by KJ.
Yep.
Definitely going forward, need to do more of that, more of those type of plays.
Playing ball denial right now on the Panthers is Brummer. Finally get it into Browning. Now we're at 6:51 to go. Still a 6-point ball game, 11-17. The Panthers have been stagnant on offense here the last few possessions, looking for an answer. Who's going to step up for these Panthers here in this possession? Here's Blackhawk now. He's going to pull up from that left wing. Gets the wedgie. I almost could call glass on that one, but it gets the wedgie.
I thought you were going to say you had a wedgie, but definitely a good shot right there by KJ. But if you're Bancroft, you really want to start getting to the rim here. And KJ right now is doing a great job of putting the ball on the ground, but you need someone else to be able to do that too, because it would work a little bit better, you know, with KJ spotting up and playing for the catch and shoot and someone else creating for him. And that's what I meant earlier in the game by easy buckets for KJ.
Looks like there's a little confusion on that, because when there is a wedgie, not my wedgie, there's a jump ball, but I believe the possession arrow is still pointing in Wynot's favor, but Wynot got the possession at the start of the quarter.
So whether it's that kind of wedgie or your wedgie, it's still 2 thumbs up, regardless.
2 thumbs up.
No,
Appreciate it.
And I would definitely say that, you know, even a small play like that can be a tempo killer. You know what I mean? So let's see if Bancroft kind of takes advantage of that little break that they had just now.
Right, 6:36 to go after the jump ball. 11-17, still a 6-point ball game. Ball's inbounded to Marufo. They're going to get it over to Brownie. Good piece of defense from Nixon Himes to get out there quick on him. Nixon Himes is all over Brownie. Brownie sizes him up. Top of the key, doesn't like it. Hands it up to Hunter Maxwell, back to Brownie. Brownie, he's going to let a 3 fly. He gets one to rattle home.
The lid is off the basket.
Panthers get a 3 to drop. 3-point ball game right now, 14-17. Koch doesn't like it, hands it off over there to Nixon Himes. He's going to drive wide open underneath the number 4, but he goes up and cannot get it to go. That was Justin Himes. Recovers, goes up again. There's them second chance points you were talking about, Coach Chris. Got one to go. Lead is up to 5 right now. 14-15, 5:55 left to go here. Drive over there from Mr. Wagner, and he's fouled on the move. Looks like you're going to be calling it on the floor. Fouls on number 0, Devin Brummer.
And I think if you're BR, you really want him and Jaden to really do more of that and help create for these guys. Let these shooters get hot, Arian and KJ.
All right, folks, here we go. Inbound coming here for the Panthers after the foul from Brummer. 14-19, 5-point ball game. 5:52 to go left here in the first. The Panthers are not out of this ball game. A couple shots from getting into it, and there's Brownie. A little shifty little move. Chipped around. It ends up in Wagner's hands. Tipped again. And we're going to get out of bounds on Justin Himes. Going to stay right here in Panther territory.
Good hustle by number 4, Wagner.
Wagner on the inbound over to Browning. Browning, the main ball handler here for these Panthers. Taking his time on that right side. Nowhere to go. Up to Hunter Maxwell. Get over to Blackhawk. They're going to hedge that screen hard every time he comes off that screen against Blackhawk. Going to get to Wagner, top of the key. Playing against Justin Himes. Hunter Maxwell, nice little spin move. Nowhere to go, though. But Browning, he's going to drive baseline. Double teamed. And as he made his move, he is fouled, I believe, by Killian Steinhaus. That might be his second now, I believe, here early in the first half. We're in the second quarter right now, folks.
Yeah, and I would really like to see Eli and Arian setting those screens slip or ghost it and just cut back door off of those, because they're overplaying and they are hard hedging those screens.
5:20 to go here, still a 5-point ball game. 14-19 inbounds to Hunter Maxwell. He goes up with his left hand and cannot get it to drop. The lid's still on the basket here for these Panthers after that 3-point they had earlier. Finally got out of the scoring drought in this quarter. They're for only 3 points of the quarter. 5:07 to go, 5:05 as it's ticking down. Ball being thrown around. Nixon Himes with a long 3-pointer off the back iron, but rebounded by Lane Himes. Just nifty and moving around. Nowhere to go, and I believe that's going to be a foul on Wagner on the attempt. Opportunities created from offensive rebounds.
Yeah, you know, I was just going to say, you know, like right now, you know, BR, they're not playing an excellent game, you know, but they're only down by 5 points right now. You know, that's just a couple defensive stops. And you're right there, you know, tying this ball game in.
Lane Himes gets the free throw to go. And I wouldn't even say they're playing a bad game.
No.
They're just not shooting the ball probably as efficiently as they'd like to see.
Yeah.
But as we seen them a second ago, only being down by 6 right now after that free throw. 1 or 2 baskets are right back in it.
But that's, you know, that's something that Coach Chris was saying too about trying to get to the rim, you know, attack the basket and maybe stop shooting so many threes. Because, you know, even 2 of those threes would have had this game tied up right now, but still you could have had an easier shot.
Bono in the game now for Marufo. Panthers moving the ball around. There's Blackhawk trying to skip through a couple, going to get it up to Bono and cannot find the rim on that one. That is number 13, Mr. Nixon Hines drives it all the way in, having him take a heck of a ball game. I believe he's got almost 10 points right now. Playing very well. We're going to get a timeout from BR. Panthers, after that run, 14-23. We got 7-point ball game? No, 6,
Yeah.
sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-point ball game.
Yeah, it was just on that layup right there, there's a missed layup right there, made it a
fast break.
fast break. A 4-point differential on that one, because they didn't make the layup on this side, but they let them score down there. So it's kind of like a 4-point turnaround on that one play right there. And it kind of like, you get a couple plays like that in a row, it kind of puts you behind. But I'm glad they called the timeout right there and then, so they can kind of regroup and come out a little bit more on fire on defense.
All right, folks, here we go. Here's the setup. 4:22, 9-point ball game right now, 14-23. The Blue Devils are coming alive here in the second period offensively. Panthers still looking for some magic here. Browning's got it, going to kick it all the way over to Wegner. Wegner's got the ball up top. He's got Lane Himes on him. Wegner wants to drive, doesn't like it, gives up to Hunter Maxwell. He's going to let a 3 go off the back iron, cannot get it to drop. Here comes Lane Himes. Nixon Himes, he's got it. He drives in, he cannot get it. Big rebound there from Carter Hans. And on the putback, cannot get it to go. There's that rebounding you guys were talking about earlier. I got a question for you guys here, and Coach Q, as we're shooting free throws here, as Carter Himes goes to the free throw line. Value in a possession. What's kind of the speak you talk into that, in a game like this?
Hey, my thing about
first free throw good.
Just talking about each possession counts, both offensively and defensively. But on the offensive end, you really have to limit your turnovers, And like Coach Chris said,
second free throw good.
Add rebounding to each equation of that, and then that's going to be a successful team.
11-point ball game here. Blue Devils very physical, trapping the ball handler as he's coming up. Get it to Blackhawk. Blackhawk's going to turn and go. Going to get it over to Bono, kicking it back out to Wegner. Wagner's going to let a 3 fly, but cannot get it to go either. And we're going to get a foul call on Bono on the rebound. A little bit of an undercut there as the Wynot player went up for the rebound. Another missed possession here for the Panthers. 11-point ball game. 3:49 left to go here in the second. Here come the Blue Devils. Nixon Hines up on top, handing it off. It's going to be skipped over here to Carter Hans. Dropping it down low, but tipped away by Bono, then stolen by Wegner. Knocked out of bounds as Koch fell backwards. I was trying to recover it and stay right there in Blue Devil territory.
Yeah, and I think if you're BR, you're running your offense, but at the same time, it was kind of similar to last night's game. You got to get off script, and I think when you go off script, you got to get the ball in KJ's hands. He's the one that's been getting into the teeth of the defense and being able to create for others and also get to the free throw line. So if I'm BR, when it breaks down, put the ball in his hands and let the kid go to work.
Good piece of passing there from the Blue Devils. They were trying to get it inside to Koch. And as Koch went up, again, a little bit of an undercut there. Wasn't intentional by any means. Fell to the floor, got called a foul. Believe the Blue Devils are now in the bonus and shoot every free throw as Koch misses the first. Sub coming in here as Bono has a seat, and they're going to bring in Burhop, the 5'11" junior. 2 subs so far for these Panthers. Second free throw up off the back iron, cannot get it to go. Rebounded, tipped by Browning, going to end up in Wegner's hands. Back to Browning on this left side. Here come the Panthers, looking for an offensive spark here. Browning got it on top of the key, doesn't like it to Wegner, getting all the way down there to Burhop. Burhop looking around, gets it up to Blackhawk, and as he caught it, Lane Himes was just falling forward. Physical play here from the Blue Devils, and as a coach, I don't mind that at all, to burn a foul or two, especially when you go so deep in your bench.
Yeah, I like how KJ is coming off that screen right there. I think what he needs to do, like Coach Chris says, kind of go off script a little bit and just maybe run around like Steph Curry and just use your team as screens as you're kind of freestyling out there.
Lenzen into the game now for Blue Devils. Browning, he's going to step into 1-3, in and out, just rolls halfway down and spun out. 14-25, still at 11-point ball game here. Under 3 minutes now left to go here in the second. And there's number 11, Mr. Burhop. No, sorry. That was Braylon Hans. He's let a 3 fly. That was Lenzen after the rebound. He lets one go. Nowhere to go. And that's Connor Koch slowing everybody down, gets it back up to Lenzen. Browning on him. Panthers in a zone defense. Koch has got it deep left corner, back all the way up top to Lenzen now. Lenzen fakes the pass, looking to get it inside, nowhere to go there. Hans has got it, there's Koch. He's gonna drive, tipped away. Gonna be recovered by the Panthers on the way here. 2:20 to go here in the second. Here comes Browning, looking up, sizing his guy down, gets it all the way to the corner. They're gonna get over to Burhop. As Burhop drives, they're gonna call a foul. Feels like an odd foul there, the contact that we've seen earlier in the game. To call a foul on that one. And that's what we always ask from referees, and you try to see as referees as well yourselves. You try to be as consistent as you can all game, correct?
Yeah,
as best you can.
Right.
2:15 to go here. 11-point ball game. There's Browning. Nice nifty move all the way to the middle. Fights through contact. Ball is up. Bounced off the rim twice and falls out of bounds, or falls out. Rebounded here. Here comes Nixon Himes up to Lenzen. Lenzen thought about the corner three, did not opt for it, let it go. Opting to use some clock here, up by 11. Taking their time. There's the Blue Devils. Skip pass all the way to Lenzen. Back up top now to Hans. They're going to get it over there to Justin Himes. He's going to drive and on his way through, going to go for the travel. Little momentum, guys, going for the Panthers right now. Let's see if they can get a bucket to fall.
And the crowd doing a great job of being loud and really keeping this team holding their heads up. They're still within striking distance, so keep fighting, keep playing.
Every time Blackhawk gets the ball, they're flying to him as defenders. There's Browning trying to fight through some contact. They get over there to Burhop, skipping it up top to Wegner. Wegner, he wants to drive, finds his way to an opening, goes through, gets it up, is fouled on the way up. Ball shot was missed. 2 free throws incoming from Wegner.
Yeah, nice little head fake. Get the defense kind of jumped just a little bit and got the lane to the basket.
I feel like with the intensity that the Blue Devils have been playing, that style of defense, I understand you're going deep on your bench, but you can only keep that up for so long. The Panthers are being patient right now. First free throw good here, cutting it within 10. You're going to start finding lanes in offense with tired defenders.
Yep. Well, and for Wynot, every guy you bring in knows their role, knows what they have to do. So I think that really plays to their advantage. And if you're BR, you don't necessarily have that. So on each one of these possessions, you've seen Wagner get to the free throw line here. You need more of that. And don't just settle for threes. Get into the paint, get to the free throw line, chip away at this lead.
Second free throw good. It's down to 9 here, Coach Chris. 16-25. Fighting back are these Panthers with 1:28 left to go here in the half. Ball being skipped around all the way to Braylon Hines. They get it down low to Justin Hines. Back up to Carter Hines, being trying to almost tipped away there by Browning, but they're going to call it a kicked ball. So we're going to get an inbound coming from Wynot.
And Wynot doing a great job of moving the ball, taking their time, getting decent looks, and it's a great job by BR to get up in the passing lanes, to put some pressure on there, because you let Wynot move the ball around, they're going to find a quality look.
Braylon Hans has a seat. Connor Koch is back in the game. This is Steinhaus now with the ball up on top. They're going to go all the way to the corner to Justin Hines. Was stolen away by KC Blackhawk. Down that right side. Puts his feet down. He goes up. Gets 2 to go. 18-25, 7-point ball game. Fighting back are these Panthers here in their hometown. Willing this crowd to cheer for them right now. 18-25, 7-point game. Under a minute now. That's Connor Koch. He's driving through. That was Devin Brummer. I apologize. He misses it. Here come the Panthers. That was Browning. Takes his time. Goes up off the glass and gets it to drop. We have a 5-point ball game here, folks. Under 45 seconds to go left in the second. Here come the Panthers.
They got to keep that same intensity right now. They're on a defensive run right now.
Justin Himes went through. On the move. Gets called for the travel. The momentum shift here in this gym is electric. Listen to that crowd.
He tried to go up for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook and got called for a travel. I really don't think the ref's seen that move happen in basketball for probably the last couple of decades, so didn't know how to act on that move right there. Hey, I'm just going to call a travel right here.
38 seconds to go. 3-second difference on the shot clock. Here we go, folks. Let's see if the Panthers can cut into this 5-point lead.
He should drop down.
Here we go. Under 30 seconds now. Wagner with the ball up top. Browning to his right. Blackhawk on his left. Here comes Burhop trying to set a screen. They found Browning. Puts his foot in the ground. Off the back iron. Cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Connor Koch. He's got it. Trying to push forward. Stolen away by Blackhawk, but they're going to call a foul on Blackhawk. And with the Panthers and with Blue Devils beating the bonus, there's 2 free throws incoming here for Connor Koch.
Yeah, and if you're BR, don't let up. Keep those hands active. Keep them feet moving. I'll take that foul right there. You know, I'll take it right now. Make them earn it at the free throw line. But all in all, that type of defense is why you're back in this ball game now.
Yeah, I totally agree too. And that was a good foul, especially if he misses one. So that's actually a really good foul because now BR, as long as they box out and get a rebound, or even if they make it, they only let them have 1 point. They get a chance to come down and hit a 2 or a 3.
There we go, folks. Second free throw on its way from Koch. He gets it to drop. 6-point ball game now, 20-26. Ball is inbounded, 14 seconds here. Wagner's got it up top. Looks like Blue Devils want to press, nowhere to go there. Browning's got it with 7 seconds left, sizing up against Lane Himes. He's going to drive, puts his foot in the ground, steps through, goes up off the glass, can't get it. Hunter Maxwell gets it. He goes up, but they're going to call a foul. Hunter Maxwell on the offensive rebound earned his way for 2 free throws.
And great effort by Eli. He's only a freshman, but his team needs him to step up, and those are the kind of things that he needs to do more of. Put pressure on these guys to box you out, attack the rebounds. You know, they're already at a disadvantage, so everybody getting under the basket and grabbing those rebounds, especially a second chance rebound, crucial, and crucial to the momentum as well.
I think the conversation they're having is that when he caught it, how much time is left, because there technically can't be a foul with 0 seconds on the clock, so they're going to add 0.4 to the score, or to the game clock.
Oh, Derek Fisher, 0.4.
And I guess I'm kind of wondering, you know, what happened to Arian? Did he get hurt? You know, because
first
he
free
had
throw
really
good
back in the game.
I saw him over there with the trash bag, so I think he must have kind of needed a break and kind of had to let a little bit of water go.
I also think that there was a foul earlier. He might have picked up his second free throw, no good. Rebounding, launch, but nobody home. Well, folks, we reached halftime here in Bancroft. Rosalie Panthers hosted the Wynot Blue Devils. The Panthers 21, the Blue Devils 26. This is a 5-point ball game, guys. And there we go. They're talking about the game ball, the 1,000-point ball here for KJ Blackhawk. KJ Blackhawk has earned 1,000 points in his high school career. His dad reached out to me, Mr. Kenny Blackhawk, wanted to give a lot of thank yous and shout outs on his milestone and the journey to get where he's at today in the game of basketball. Since first and second grade, the Whirling Thunder teams, the YMCA, the coaches, Miss Janelle Decora, Darla LaPointe, OC Earth. When he was third grade, the Little Tigers, Warpath, Coach Chris LaPointe and Coach Quince Bass. In fourth grade, he had Warpath, Coach Q and Coach OC Earth. Fifth grade, the Warpath, Coach Q and Luis Perez. And the Arena Sports Academy, Coach Vander Schaefer. Also wants to shout out the sixth grade team, Warpath, Coach Q, and the Arena coaches. Seventh grade, he moved on to Stealth with Coach Dusty Welsh. Eighth grade, played for Warpath again, Coach Q, and also 712 Elite and Coach Chad Rickers. In ninth grade, 712 Elite and Coach Rickers. 10th grade, these are his AAU teams, Big Time Elite, Coach Chris LaPointe and David Winget Jr. 10th grade, Siouxland Sports Academy. And then 16U, he played in the Puma National. Wants to thank Coach Lazo and Mayer. Then on to his junior high coaches at BR, 7th grade, Caleb Hansen. 8th grade, Lucas Voigt. His high school coaches, Lucas Voigt, Ian Nodelman, William Maxwell, and head coach Cody Meyer. From Dad Kenny and Mom Linnell. And he feels like he may have missed a few, but they really appreciate everything that they did there. And I don't think we got the chance. I hope we got it on video. But the game ball to score, he scored his 1,000 points with Mr. Sandick Jr. passed the torch to him. He was the last one to score 1,000 points for Bancroft Rosalie. So again, we're going to sing some praises right now. Congratulations to KJ Blackhawk on his 1,000 points.
Yeah, no, well, coming from me, Coach Q, you know, I got to see KJ grow up as a ball player from probably like the second or third grade all the way up until he got into high school. So it was a privilege, and you know, I can't say enough about KJ. Growing up, bro, in a nephew, I've been coaching for 26 years, middle school kids, and I always had my top point guard, my top shooter, my top rebounder, like that, you know. And for a long time, Kenny Blackhawk was my top shooter, and then he got beat to be my top shooter by his son KJ. And so, you know, that right there, seeing all the shooters that I've seen come through, you know, he was my top shooter, and he really earned that spot for me. And I'm glad that KJ and his folks let him play for Warpath those number of years. And I just got to mention this before I pass the mic to Coach Chris, but also Arian Marufo and Eli Hunter Maxwell also are a product of the Warpath basketball program that Coach Chris got to do. And then, yeah, Jaden Browning played a couple tournaments with us too. So it was really good to see these boys still continue on playing and then playing at the level they are. And then, yeah, so other than that, I'm just really proud of KJ and congratulations to him and thank his family and his supporters like that to keep him going because, yeah, that boy's going to be something special. He's already something special, but I'm looking at, secondary basketball.
Yep, absolutely. And, I just want to give a huge shout out to not only KJ, but his parents too. And just in a sense of, they did an absolutely great job on raising him and his upbringing and prioritizing education and basketball. And I know them personally, they're both some of my good friends. And I know how hard they work to take care of their babies, and I'm in the same boat too. I got a whole bunch of kids too, so I know how that goes. But I just want to give a shout out to them and let them know that I really love and appreciate everything that they do for their kids, and it really takes a lot out of you as a parent to make sure your kids are at the gym, to make sure your kids are lifting weights, to make sure your kids are getting to school on time. It takes a lot of hard work, and I know for everybody across the board, it gets hard, but to stay together, to fight through, to do it because you love your babies, that's the ultimate, success in life, even though it's hard work. So I'm proud of them for raising KJ to be the young man that he is, and his aunties and his nieces and his Gaga on both sides, and Gaga Patrice, and throw a little Choka Buff in there too, and Choka Ave, all of them, all of his family. I know how important basketball is in their lives and how serious they take it, and what a huge accomplishment for him. To get 1,000 points as a junior, that speaks volumes. And personally, with KJ, my relationship with him is that, I love and I care about him as a person, not just as a basketball player. And whatever he wants in life, I hope he gets everything that he wants, because he totally deserves it. And I'm absolutely 100% proud of him.
Yeah, good, great words, fellas. Appreciate you sharing all that with us. It makes me think about his Choka on his mom's side too, John Fremont.
Yeah.
Heck of an athlete himself, rest in peace to him. And I know he'd be proud of his grandson today.
Yep.
Yeah, make mention of his dog on the other side, Lisa Ann.
Yep.
I know that that entire family over there is also proud of him. Bubs and all her sisters and brother Terrell. Those guys also have a basketball family too. All those guys all play hoops too. So.
Well, there you go, folks. We are coming out of halftime now. Bancroft has decided to take it on. We're going to go down here and give us Coach Guerin here. Go for it, Guerin.
All right, we're here with Coach Corey Meyer. How you doing, man? I really appreciate it, and we want to say thank you for helping us on out. But what'd you think of that first half?
We just needed to settle down a little bit, and I think we got that in that second quarter. That ball pressure's really got to us, and I think we've settled down, gotten used to it, and hopefully we can just continue this trend that we're on right now.
Definitely, and it seems like Wynot's defense is giving you guys some problems. You guys talk about that during the halftime?
Yeah, it's just about settling down and getting used to it. We can't see that kind of defense in practice, and only can see it in the games, and I hope we're getting used to it, and we can adjust to it and move on from there and just keep attacking.
How about Marufo? Is he okay?
He's not feeling real well, so we'll just see what this second half holds.
Good luck.
Thanks,
All right, that was Coach Meyer. We're going to try to get an interview with the Wynot's coach here momentarily, but we'll send that back to Eugene.
All right, appreciate it, Guerin. Appreciate the on-court interview we got right there.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Guarantee for getting that interview from us from Coach Meyer. And I saw that Arian Marufo was kind of feeling kind of sick down there a little bit earlier. So
here we go, guys.
Hopefully everything's gonna be good.
Guerin's going to talk with the Wynot coach. Go ahead, Guerin.
All right, we're here with Coach Wynot. What'd you guys think of that first half?
I thought we played all right. Defensively at times, I thought we made stops and stopped the dribble drive and made him shoot some tough shots. Offensively, just got to keep staying in rhythm. They changed the defenses up on us a little bit, so we just got to make some adapt, and I recognize it.
It's pretty high stakes. How are you boys feeling?
What's that?
It's pretty high stakes with the state ticket on the line here and stuff. How are they feeling?
Yeah, we're going to go out and compete. That's what you can do, and let everything fall where it may.
All right, definitely. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Hey, Guerin.
There you go. Right here on 100.9 FM, KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. We call this Big Voice Sports, bro.
Yeah, Big Voice Sports. There we go. We're going to shout out our sponsors, Coach Q, and maybe we'll do a shout out to the broadcast team.
Hey, you know what? I can't say enough about this, but I want to give a big shout out to Ho Chunk Inc., Ho Chunk Incorporated, and all their subsidiaries. you know, they do a great job in not just being a really great company and an asset for the Winnebago tribe, but also they donate a lot of money to the community. So, Peanut Gigi Wynot.
You shout out the backgrounds.
Oh, I'll also do this. because I get paid for it.
Yahoo.
I give a big shout out to our commentators. Along with me, Coach Q, I got Coach Huge Decora, Coach Chris Lapointe. On the production crew, we have DJ Besme running everything. We got Kevin Eber, MC Eves. He's out here chilling too, making sure everybody's in line. Got DJ Guaranteed doing the on-site, the sideline reporting. You know, and then we got the camera workers out here. We got Jordana Dilo, Bass, Signia Harlan, and then Jeremy Miller Jr. sitting right up there in the big crowd.
All right, Coach Chris, minute to go before the start of the second half. If you're talking to the Panthers, what are you saying?
Well, just like Coach was saying, they need to settle in, but I think they've settled in now. Now it's time to play ball. And you can't, the reason why we're still down is because we're giving up those second chance opportunities. And we know that that's a strength that this Wynot team has. So continuing to rebound the ball, but also continuing to get quality looks and quality possessions as far as getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line, keeping this crowd involved, keeping that momentum, you know. And for Wynot, you haven't played a great second quarter, but at the same time, you're already settled into this game. So all it's a matter of is playing to our strengths. Get the ball down low. If they're going to sit in a zone, get the ball high and look low. Play around the rim. I mean, that's your advantage here. So I really look for them to play off 2 feet and attack the basket.
I got one last shout out. Shout out to Snyder's Burger, man. Best burger in Nebraska.
Here's the setup, folks. Start of the second half, 21-26. Wynot Blue Devils up by 5 right now on the Panthers. Panthers opt to come out at halftime in a zone. Blue Devils kicking the ball around up on top right now. Going to end up in Steinhaus's hands. He's going to let a 3 fly from top of the key. Cannot get it to go. Big rebound there from Wagner. Wagner's going to drive, but loses the handle. Stolen away by Steinhaus. He's going to go up. No, Nixon Himes. He's going to get fouled on the way in by Browning. Nixon Himes in the right area, putting pressure on Wagner, cause a turnover.
And those type of plays, you know, when you turn the ball over like that, you know, you can't get in your head, you can't lose your composure. It's a part of the game, and it happens. Just stay locked in.
Yeah, definitely one
First
of those
free throw, no good.
Definitely one of those instances where he could have just immediately dove out and got the ball himself. Got to hustle. You got to go make those hustle plays here. 50-50 balls.
Second free throw up and good from Nixon Himes. Blue Devils strike first here in the second half. Going to kick the ball all the way up on top to number 11. That is Mr. Burhop. We're going to hand it up back to Browning now. Browning, as it looks like the Blue Devils are going to sit in a man-to-man. Taking the screen from Hunter Maxwell. Going to go to Blackhawk. Blackhawk's going to drive the baseline all by himself. Goes up with the left hand, but cannot get it to go on the baseline drive. Here comes Nixon Himes driving it up. Hands it. They're driving baseline now is Steinhaus. And has to go knocked out of bounds on Bancroft. On the Panthers, going to stay right here in Blue Devil territory.
And that was a beautiful offensive possession for BR on that one. You got to have those layups, baby. Got to have those layups.
7:09 to go. 6-point ball game right now. Inbounder is Brommer. They're looking for their guy. They find him underneath his Koch with Blackhawk on him. Goes up. Good piece of defense of Blackhawk as he's caused him to miss the shot. Here come the Panthers. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 21-27, 6-point deficit.
Nice.
Blackhawk shifty, left to right, goes up, misses it. Rebounded by Steinhaus. He's going to kick it up all the way to Justin Himes. Back to Steinhaus, over to Brummer. Brummer finds Nixon Himes. 4-3 in the corner, cannot get it. Backside rebound by Connor Koch. He goes up and is fouled on the shot by Wagner. Backside rebounds there on the corner three.
Yeah, and that's what they do best. That's what they did against Winnebago. They rebounded really well. They actually were up by almost 13 to 14 points when we played them in Wynot, and they do a great job of playing around the rim, hanging around, you know, and being able to go up strong off of those rebounds and being able to get to the free throw line.
Connor Koch gets first to go.
And I know what you're talking about those backside rebounds, because that ball is going to normally bounce on that side, so you have to try to get position over there and put a body on somebody.
Koch gets the next one to go. All 3 points here in the third quarter for the Wynot Blue Devils have come from free throws. 21-29 right now, 8-point ball game. 6:40 to go. Inbound comes to the Panthers. Browning trying to split this defense. He does. Kicks it all the way up to Burhop. Burhop's going to drive. Nowhere to go. Doesn't like it. Kicks it back up top to Wagner. Wynot playing everybody above the three-point line in their man. Browning tries to go and tries to shift. Blackhawk finds himself wide open at the free throw line. Rattles it home.
See, that's the play that need to happen right there. And KJ loves that mid-range shot right there.
Number 4, Mr. Justin Himes. He bombs a 3. Nowhere to go. Koch fighting for it. Falling out of bounds. Falls into
corner.
Wagner's hands. Wagner goes up and on the move is fouled. Looks like that's going to be on number 4, Justin Himes. Coast to coast for Wagner.
That was a great job on getting to the basket and drawing that contact right there. I don't think the layup was going in.
Yeah, and why not doing a great job of getting back, sprinting back on defense and BR. You got to notice that, and you got to push the tempo now. Now it's your turn to kind of run, and you got to play with that urgency. Being down in the third quarter, we know how these quarters can go late if you play with urgency.
Wagner at the free throw line now. First one up and good. 24-29, back to a 5-point ball game here, folks. 6:05, here come the Panthers. They ain't going nowhere yet. They're playing in their home gym. A ticket to stay on the line here for these two teams. Free throws could be the difference. Second free throw is good.
I like how you said that right there, because a lot of these games here in the postseason come down to those free throws.
Under 6 minutes to go now. 4-point ball game now. Panthers clawing their way back. Justin Himes, he puts up a 3, cannot get it. Wagner, an animal on the rebounding side, gets it again for the Panthers. Browning's got it. He's going to put his foot in the ground. He's going to put up a 3, in and out, cannot get it to go. Hunter Maxwell lining up with Conch to fall into each other. Steinhaus has got it. He's going to drive. Nice little shifty move. He does pull up off the backside. There's Wagner again for another rebound for these Panthers. Browning's got it as they skip it up all the way in the corner to Burhop. He's going to drive. Nice little shifty right to left with the finish with the left hand. We got a 2-point ball game, folks. 27-29, 5:20 to go. The crowd is getting fired up. Justin Himes skip pass all the way over. It's going to end up in Nixon Himes' hand. He wants to go baseline. Then he goes left, right, doesn't do it. Wagner's there for the defense and the rebound. Wagner, an animal right now in this third quarter on the rebounding side. Browning didn't like it, going to hand it over to Blackhawk. We're going to get a timeout, BR. The shifted momentum from that early, we're only 3 minutes into this quarter, but that shifted momentum for the last minute and a half. And Coach Chris, you talked a little bit about what they need to do, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and if you're Wynot, you're settling for too much threes, and that was kind of my keys to victory prior to the game. I didn't get here to really do a rundown on that, but you know, when teams go zone on you, you are left with a few wide open opportunities, and sometimes you want to settle for those, but you got to continue to put the ball on the ground and get to the hole.
Yeah, definitely. I really do think that I like the intensity that Bancroft's coming out with right now. They're really playing at a higher level than the beginning of the game defensively, and they're also, they're crashing the boards. I think Wagner came down with like the last 3 or 4 rebounds for Bancroft, so he really is banging the boards there.
And I think if you're Coach Meyer, you took the timeout because you need a point, you need something here.
Here comes Wagner against this man-to-man. Kicks over to Blackhawk, back up top to Wagner, trying to get this Wynot defensive shift around. Looks like they're still in there man-to-man, but no, they're going to opt to sit in zone. Boom. That's Burhop. He goes up a 3. He gets it to go. Off the bench, Burhop with a quick 5 in a row, giving the Panthers the lead right now. 30-29, 4:40 to go. Ball thrown inbounds, but stolen by Wagner. He's alone on the left side. Number 11 on him. He goes up and gets it to drop. Braylon Hans could not catch him. And there's going to be a timeout coming from the Blue Devils. Momentum shift in the last 30 seconds. The Panthers want to own this third quarter, 39-29. The Panthers up by 3 right now with 4:30 left to go in the third.
As I just got done talking about Wagner's hustle on those rebounds, he goes and picks off the passing lane and takes that full court, coast to coast.
And I said that earlier, he's an animal this quarter. He's everywhere. He's playing defense. He's pulling down rebounds. He's dropping dimes. Now he's getting steals and going coast to coast. And come on, Wagner.
Yeah, and we see guys for BR stepping up, and that's what needed to happen was other guys outside of Jaden and KJ to step up. Elevate your play. This is a big game. We need everybody. It's got to be a conscious team effort, both sides of the floor.
And what about the nice 3 by that young man, number
Burhop.
11 right there? Burhop is
Brody.
Yeah, that was a nice Nice three from him right after he took that one to the rack. So a quick 5 points for him.
Brummer having a slow night compared to the way he played against Winnebago. Look at it to Koch. He doesn't like it. Gets it out there to Nixon Himes. He puts up a three, cannot find anything. But Brummer comes in for the rebound. Brummer's got it, thinking about it, taking his time on that right wing, and all the way to the right corner, back to Brummer. There's Burhop pulling up. Nice little step back there from Brummer. Pulls up, but cannot get it to drop. But where's Wagner with the save? Gonna get it up to Browning.
Push.
Pushing it off to Wagner here down this right side. We're under 4 minutes left to go here in the third. There's Wagner getting over to Browning. He's going to drive. He's going to skip through two guys. Nice little hesitation against Koch, but tip to Blackhawk. Blackhawk's going to put up a floater. He cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Himes. Stolen away from Browning. But they're going to call a foul on him, as I believe that's Nixon Himes falls to the floor.
And I think one thing that Wynot can do to kind of beat this zone is get the ball to these corners. And you don't necessarily need to attack the baseline, but you need to make a diagonal pass back to the middle. And the ball has to move a lot quicker. We're seeing a lot of times they're getting the ball, holding the ball, and it's taking way too long for anything to develop. Move the ball quicker. And it's kind of taking a page from DC West last night, moving the ball, knowing where to go with the ball.
3:40 to go left here in the third. 3-point lead here for the BR Panthers. Wynot with the ball. That's Koch with Browning on him. Looking for Browning. Browning's got it. Brummer's going to drive. Is fouled by Blackhawk. They're going to call that on the floor. Looks like there's a conscious effort right here, these fast few possessions, to get Brummer going.
Yeah, and he needs an easy look, and that's why I was saying the ball movement needs to pick up a little bit more for Wynot, because he needs to get one where he can catch and shoot the ball, to see the ball go through the net.
Inbound coming. Burhop on the ball. They're going to skip it on in here to Steinhaus. Steinhaus going to drive against Browning, going up. Nice little bump to get him off him. Gets it off the glass on that left block. Good piece of work there from Steinhaus. 1 point ball game right now, 32-31. They're going to get up to Blackhawk. He's going to find himself in the middle of the court. Out to Burhop. He's going to go. Doesn't like it. Nice little hesitation. He puts it up. He cannot get it to drop. Rebounded underneath there by Braylon Hans. They're going to skip it all the way up here to Brummer now. They like this matchup against Burhop. Brummer goes up, cannot get it, but there's Browning with a tough rebound. He's going to push the ball here. Good piece of defense there from Wynot to get back. Browning, he's driving, doesn't like it. Out to Wagner. Wagner playing against Mr. Justin Himes. There's Blackhawk skipping through two guys as he goes up, is fouled. I believe that foul's going to be on Braylon Hans. Blackhawk just got to his spot. Was blocked with him, but clear and apparent foul on that one.
Yeah, and great job of KJ by playing off 2 feet. That's a part of his game. He plays off 2 feet well, uses his ball fakes well, and he's not afraid of contact. And I tell the boys all the time, playing through it rather than going into it and throwing yourself around. So great job by KJ of being strong and playing through contact.
First free throw good, 33-21, pushing the lead up to 2 now. This next free throw could push the lead up to 4 here. Maybe one of the largest leads for Bancroft tonight.
Yeah, and as we say that, I'm going to give a shout out to Brody down here for coming in there and giving Bancroft a spark and putting them up by 3 points now.
Here we go, 3-point lead here for the Panthers, 34-31. You're going to get a baseline drive here from Steinhaus all the way underneath, gets the reversal. You've seen a little bit about that in the first quarter, gets another one here late in the third. 2:30 to go.
If Wynot can attack this side of the floor, the pass back to the middle for the cutter down the middle is wide open every time.
Browning gets out of it over to Wagner. Wagner fakes a couple. Then he goes up with the left hand, cannot get it to go. Might have been expecting the call. Here comes Steinhaus now. Going to drop it over to Brummer. He goes up with the right hand and gets it to drop. Good piece of fast break work there. Great dime. Steinhaus to Brummer.
Wynot taking a 1 point lead on that last basket right there.
Out to Wagner, deep left corner. Ball is up, nowhere to go. Rebounded by Himes. So here come the Blue Devils.
To me, it looks like
Koch, he's going to drive. He's going to drop it off to number 11, Mr. Braylon Hans. 3-point lead now. What a shift. 6-point swing we got right now. 34-37. Ball been into Blackhawk now. Minute 43 to go. Let's see what the Panthers have an answer for that swing. 6-0 run here from the Blue Devils. Blackhawk gets it over to Wagner. He's going to let a 3 go off the front iron, cannot get it. Rebound fought underneath with Bono, but cannot pull it down. Here comes Brummer. He wants to drive right in the middle, goes up and is fouled by Wagner. the aggression of the Blue Devils on offense right now has really changed the momentum.
Yeah, and I think BR is getting a little fatigued. They had momentum on their side, but it's a game of runs, and to stop those runs, you got to play great defense. And I think what we've seen Bancroft doing a good job of in the last quarter and the quarter before was really being there on their rotations and playing with a lot of activity. Right now, they're just getting a little fatigued, so you got to hit that second wind here, hopefully.
First free throw, good.
And I got to say this about that little lead that Bancroft had. Now they're putting Brody back in the game. He was the one that gave him that little spark a little while ago when Bancroft took the lead. So I'm glad they kind of put him back in the game. Maybe he can still be a spark for the Panthers.
Brummer looking to push the lead up to 5. Cannot get it to go, but they're going to call a foul on Lane Himes over the back room or with the body on Hunter Maxwell.
Yeah, I noticed this guy's, but I mean, I don't know if I'm being biased because KJ was a Warpath product, but it kind of looks like he's getting looked off a lot this quarter here.
Inbound, trying to be good full court pressure here from the Blue Devils. Skip pass up to Hunter Maxwell from Burhop, but throws it away. Trying to get it over to him. Turnover from the Panthers here, down by 4 right now, apologies. 34-38 right now with 1:20 left to go here in the third. Clock is ticking. Here come the Blue Devils. Here comes Brummer with Bono on him. They're going to hand it off there to Steinhaus. Thought about the three, gets around Burhop, but gets it back out to Brummer. Brummer lets one fly off the front iron, can't get it, but there's Lane Himes with the rebound. Couple pivots, nowhere to go, tipped away, gonna end up in Burhop's hands, and as he made his move, he is fouled by Killian Steinhaus as they tried to advance the ball here.
And I think if you're Wynot, you got to go right back up with those second chance. You know, you got to want to get to the free throw line. So you know, a great job by getting the second chance opportunity, but not a very effective pass.
Inbound coming, gonna get it off to Blackhawk here.
What a work now.
Blackhawk's got it, top of the key, under 1 minute to go. KJ Blackhawk, 1,000 points here against Brummer. Slow movement up on top. Brummer playing good piece of defense. KJ just sizing him up. 23 seconds here and get up to Hunter Maxwell. Back up to Blackhawk again. We're at 19 seconds. Blackhawk's gonna put his foot in the ground and drive. Loses control of it. It's gonna fall right into Nixon Himes' hands. Braylon Hahn's hands. And there is Nixon Himes with the ball. Now they're gonna get it down low to Lane Himes. He dribbles and goes up on the reversal and gets it to go. We got a 6-point ball game, folks. Blackhawks with the ball at top. He's going to cross the timeline. He's going to go, doesn't like it, throws it out to Bono, back up top to Wagner, back up to KJ Blackhawk. Now no shot clock right now. We're right back to where we were early in this game. Panthers down by 6. Blackhawk drives, goes, 2 guys on him. Hunter Maxwell's going to put up a 3, but cannot get it to go. Looks like Burhop is trying to hustle and get the rebound, but cannot get it. Steps out of bounds. Blue Devil basketball.
And I think if you're KJ here, sometimes just waving that screen off to kind of just keep the side clear. He needs a clear side to be able to operate. So sometimes that screen just tell him to, you know, kind of get out of the way and then be able to operate out of that.
3 seconds here. This is Steinhaus with the ball. Gonna hand to Brummer. Brummer's gonna let one fly off the glass. Gets it to go. Brummer pushing the lead up to 9 here for the Wynot Blue Devils. What an end of the quarter
I love
for the
way
Blue Devils.
he plays. No fear, missing shots all night, not getting quality looks all night. No fear, just continuing to play. Love kids that don't let their confidence get too shaky and stay confident. And right there, that's a huge shot to be able to take momentum going into the fourth.
You see the passion on him after the shot went in.
You know, Brummer actually against Winnebago, in those 2 games they played Winnebago, I think he hit maybe 2 or 3 buzzer beaters. And he's got a good shot.
So here's the setup, folks, as we're walking into the fourth quarter. It's 43-34. At one point in this quarter, the Panthers took their largest lead of the night of 4. And since that mark, it's just been all Blue Devils since then.
Yeah, got to dig deep if you're BR. You know, right? It's now or never right now. And you got to dig deep. You got to push through. This is why you train in the off season, to be able to be ready for moments like this. And it's not that we're not doing anything terribly wrong. It's just we got to be better. We got to step up our play. Everybody else outside of KJ and Jaden, step up your play once again.
Yeah, for real. That's totally right. Here we go, fourth quarter, guys.
34-43, 9-point lead for the Wynot Blue Devils. Here comes Browning, handing off to Wagner, top of the key. Wynot still opting to play a lot of defense on top of the 3-point line here. Wagner makes a shifty move. He's going to drive down that left wing, or tries to go in, but is fouled on his way up. Conch is going to pick up his foul, first foul here of this period. Wagner's going to get himself to the free throw line. And this is what Wagner was doing when Bancroft was making their run.
Yep. And he's strong too, and he's strong enough to play through contact off 2 feet. Absolutely crucial free throws here, and continuing to keep that same mindset, get to the rim, and you see they cleared aside and he was able to get downhill.
First free throw was good. Second free throw on the way. Second free throw gets it to drop. 36-43 right now. We got a 7-point ball game, folks. Under 7:45 left to go here in the fourth.
Gotta be up.
Koch has got the ball over to Steinhaus, all the way back over here on this left corner. Left wing, they're gonna get back to Koch underneath. Kicks it all the way back out to Nixon Hines. Back to Steinhaus. He's gonna let a 3 rain and gets it to drop from the left corner, left wing.
Big time shot there. Big time shot.
36-46, 10-point ball game now. Wynot looking to punch their ticket and finish out this fourth quarter. The Panthers clawing their way back to get back into this ball game. KJ Blackhawk with Koch on him. Gonna get out to Hunter Maxwell. Gets it back up to KJ. He's gonna drive now. Doesn't like it. Hands it back off to Hunter Maxwell. Nowhere to go. Browning. Nice little shifty move. Gonna find his way right in the middle. Goes up and cannot get the bunny to go. Ball was tipped out of bounds by Brummer. Gonna stay right there in Panther territory.
If you're Browning, great job of getting into the paint, playing off 2 feet. You gotta go up. Go up strong.
All right, we're at 7:02 left to go here in the fourth. 10-point ball game, 36-46. And hand it off to Wagner. Back up to Hunter Maxwell.
Get in
straight
there.
to KJ Blackhawk. He fires and just rattles in and out. Cannot get it to drop. Here comes Nixon Himes down that right side. Up on top to Steinbrenner. They're going to find Koch underneath. Kicks it back out all the way back up top to Steinbrenner. He's going to let the 3 fly. Cannot get it to go. And there's Browning with the rebound here. A miss from the Blue Devils. Here comes Browning now with Nixon Hines playing defense on him. He's going to pull up his own 3 and gets it to drop. 39-46, 7-point ball game right now.
Got a dip.
Nixon Hines finds the cutting Koch. He goes up through contact. No call. Gets it to go. Good piece of work there from Connor Koch to go through the contact.
And you see the pass going to the corner and then the diver right down from the free throw line, wide open every time. Got to do a better job if you're Bancroft.
Wagner almost threw it away, but he's gonna Browning hand it off to Hunter
in
Maxwell. Goes up.
There's
and
your
is
hand
fouled on the baseline. The finish with the left hand.
The freshman making a big shot right here in the fourth quarter in crunch time of this district final right here.
41-48. We've got a 7-point ball game with this free throw. Could cut the lead back down to 6 after being down by 10 a few seconds ago.
Yeah, and great job of BR playing with urgency, playing together, doing it together like I had one of my cues of the game. Play together, do it all together on both sides of the floor.
Free throw incoming from the freshman, Mr. Eli Hunter Maxwell. Puts it up and gets it to go.
There you go.
42-48, folks. We got 6:06 left to go with the 6-point lead.
2-possession game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's Nixon Himes. He took his time, and he gets
Wide
it to
open.
go. Wide open
Can't
three in front
let
of
him
his,
be open.
in front of his bench. Gets
We
it to
need
drop.
this. We need this BR crowd to wake up. There should be chance of defense every time Wynot has the ball. Come
Browning,
on, crowd.
he's going to drive, steps through 2 guys. He gets it up, in and out. There's Bono fighting for a rebound down there with Braylon Hans, I believe. No, that's number 4. And Justin Himes, possession arrow going the Blue Devil way. 5:44 to go. 9-point ball game. Here comes the Blue Devils. Brummer with the ball up top. Looks like he's got Burhop on him. Hands it off to Koch. Koch wants to drive against Burhop. He does. Through 4 guys collapse. He kick it all the way around. That is Mr. Nixon Himes drives all the way up to Carter Hans.
Oh,
Throws
Polly
it
shot.
up.
Nice
Nowhere
play.
to go. Braylon.
Oh.
Good rebound there. Put back up by Koch. Gets a 2 to go. Push
Good
this lead
follow.
back up to 11.
That's way to follow your shot, ladies and gentlemen.
There's Eli Hunter Maxwell. Goes underneath, steps through, and is fouled on his way up. Way to be a smart use of the pivot on there. Stopped on 2 feet and took a step through it. Is not a travel.
And
Guys.
Eli doing a great job, but just having no fear. And that's what you need to play with. Being a freshman, don't be afraid of these moments. Go out there and play.
Yeah, exactly. And like you guys on that move right there, I don't like that move. But hey, it got him to the line.
Rolls home.
It got him to the line, because I always think when I see that on videos that's a travel. But I mean, if the refs aren't calling it all over the world, then why call it tonight?
10-point lead right now. Getting it back down to single digits here.
Get in
Second
there.
free throw, no good.
Oh.
Koch with the rebound here for these Blue Devils.
Oh,
Skipping
wide
all the
open
way
look.
up to Nixon Himes, going to baseline, off the glass, gets the goal. Nixon Himes having himself a heck of a ball game tonight, willing this Wynot team all the way late here in the fourth quarter. We're under 5 minutes to go. We're still at we're a 12-point deficit right now for the Panthers. Finding Blackhawk. He's going to make one move and goal. He's got Brummer to fly by him, but cannot get the finish. Moving the ball up now. There's Nixon Himes again with the ball. Going to get it all the way up to Justin Himes. Back to Nixon Himes up top with Browning on him. Justin Himes finding the cutting Koch. He goes up through contact, gets it to finish. Everything going the Blue Devil way right now. Blackhawk splitting through defenders, but it falls back into Browning's hands. We're going to get a timeout from BR.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think a timeout right there was absolutely necessary. You know, right now Wynot's got momentum. You know, they're playing, and one thing that's good about what Wynot's doing is they're not taking their foot off the gas, and that shows that you're not underestimating your opponent. And I think if you're BR right now, this timeout, settle down, dig deep, give me everything you got. Last 4 minutes, give me everything you got. We got to foul though. We got to start now, right? We got to start now. We got to try to get steals now.
And definitely, let's pick them up full court. You know, being down 12, we have to force turnovers. So we're gonna have to definitely be talking from the backside on defense to make sure everybody's on the same level. You know, out there on the defense, and everybody understands what their job is to do. So trapping and playing the passing lane is going to be extremely important this last 4.5 minutes.
4:24 left to go here in the fourth period. There's a 14-point lead for Wynot Blue Devils. If I'm BR, I'm saying let it fly. Quick threes, let it go. Let's get back in this ball game.
Yeah, and shout out to the Wynot crowd for driving all that way and coming here and supporting and being loud for their team.
Yep.
Inbound over here to Wegner. On the other side of the timeline, he's going to cross the timeline here. We're at 4:18 to go left here in the fourth. Back Panthers looking for an offensive set to get something going. There's Browning. He's going to dribble down that left baseline. Doesn't like it. Tipped away.
Let it go.
It's tipped by, and it's recovered, so that's why he was able to cross the timeline. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. There's Hunter Maxwell. Kicks it out to Wagner. He's going to drive, going to try to make it through a couple guys. He goes up with the left hand, cannot get it to go. Brummer with the rebound, pushing it all the way
Nice
up
pass.
there. Braylon Hans, he goes up and gets the two to go. What a masterpiece here from the Wynot Blue Devils late in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, beautiful
to just
finish.
Will their way here to keep this lead. KJ Blackhawk, couple of nifty moves on Koch. He goes up, ball goes in and out, but that's going to get himself to the free throw line.
And I think what we see the most in these district final games is that having those seniors, having that leadership, having that experience, it's absolutely crucial in this game and in these type of games too. You know, your seniors are everything, and I think, you know, Wynot doing an excellent job of just settling in and playing their brand of basketball.
First free throw good from Blackhawk. Well, I think you hit it right on the head there, Coach. And they put their stamp on this game. They played their way. They didn't apologize for the offensive set. Second free throw is good. And they found a way to win this ball game. And it's not over yet, folks. It's still a 14-point game right now.
It's almost T-Mac time, y'all.
Ball being thrown around now. Going to get it all the way over to Nixon Himes.
But you
Back
need
up top to
stops.
Koch.
You need stops.
Under 3:30 to go. Koch is going to find himself all the way open in the middle, trying to dump it off,
There's
but it's
one.
stolen away. Up to Browning on that right side, goes to his left, goes up, gets it to go. There it is, folks. We're down to a 12-point ball game here. 3:13 to go. Here comes Brummer driving down that right side. He wants to go up off the glass. Gets it to go with the touch.
Go.
Gets it off the glass.
Go.
Ball being advanced right here from the Panthers. They're going to move up. There's Browning all the way to the hoop. Nowhere to go. Going to hand it out to Wagner. Goes over to Browning right there. You got to put those kind of shots up. Browning waits and cannot find the hoop on that one. Recovered by Brummer. Brummer's pushing right now down the middle of the lane. He's going to go up off the glass again. Cannot get it, but there was Burhop with the rebound. There's Wagner now pushing the ball. Doesn't like it. Gets it to Burhop. Slows it down. Back to Wagner. We're at 2:38 to go here in the fourth. Wagner with the ball. We've got a 14-point ball game. Gets it over to Blackhawk. Blackhawk's going to put his feet down. He's going to shoot. Cannot get a three to go. Rebounded by Hans. Going to kick it to Brummer. Brummer's finally going to slow it down now. Might try to use some of this clock as we are at 2:22 left to go here in the fourth. Looking at a 14-point deficit. Koch does not slow down. He drives, is fouled on the way up. Looking for 3 points the old-fashioned way. And that might have put a stamp on this game, guys.
And great job of Wynot and these upperclassmen playing with the killer instinct. And you need to see that in your teams, is that when the moments are big and it's time to really put teams away, guys playing with the killer instinct, putting the ball on the ground and putting the ball in the hole.
Yeah, and Wynot, these same boys, like I mentioned earlier, they're the state champs in football in their respective class. So these guys know what it takes to win.
Free throw was good from Koch as he's going to have a seat. They're bringing in number 5, Mr. Carter Hans. 2:16 to go right now. 17-point ball game here. Panthers never giving up, not slowing down, looking to keep scoring against this team here. Trying to will their way back in with 2 minutes to go. And we got a timeout from Bancroft. Rosalie Panthers. Well, guys, I got to hear it. What are we feeling right now as we're getting down to 2 minutes to go? 17-point deficit.
17-point lead. I mean, you really like postseason. You know, nobody wants their season to end, right? So like, you got to make sure they get some water real quick, and then go out there and 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. I mean, I've seen it happen before. You know, Chris was part of a team where we were down by 13 points with under a minute left. We came back and won. So it's possible, but you have to play with all your heart and everything that you learned coming up to this point in your life. You have to utilize all that knowledge and try to put on one final show. And that's what has to happen tonight.
Well, great job by Wynot. Okay, they definitely came in and being on the road in a hostile environment, you know, being able to play with, you know, under control and really take care of the ball. I think we've seen less than, you know, 6 turnovers, and that's kind of key to their success.
All right, folks, here we go. 2:05 to go.
Well, you got to go quick. Everything's got to be quick.
With the ball up top, Browning shifting it back and forth. He's going to do a nice spin move, drop the guy.
They got to get up there. They got to get up there and play D.
Nice move there from Browning. Long pass thrown up to Brummer. Brummer's got it now. He's got the Burr hop on him. They're going to throw it down to Lane Himes. Nowhere to go. Good defense there. Going to kick it all the way out to Steinhaus. Steinhaus, he's going to drive as Browning fouls him on his way by. And I believe, I don't know how many fouls we are away from the bonus, but it doesn't look like we're in the bonus yet here for the Panthers. Or why not in the bonus yet?
And we're still seeing Wynot subbing in guys and taking guys out. I mean, that's just a credit to their depth and the type of player and skill that they have on this team.
Inbounds the ball to Brummer. Brummer's got it now, top of the key. Fresh shot clock for them. We got 1:35 to go. Burhop, Brummer taking his time, just shifty
nice
back and forth. Goes all the way through, all the way to the hoop.
And then I do got to say, I haven't really talked too much about the Wynot Blue Devils individually. Most of the comments I made were team comments, but Brummer's just an all-out hooper. He's an all-out hooper, and you know, with they make it down to Lincoln, he's gonna make some noise down here.
I know an all-stater when I see one, and I think that might be one right there.
Yeah.
I think he might be an all-stater in football, but this basketball stuff too, that kid's got it.
An all-around athlete.
First free throw is good. I want to give a shout out to Nixon Himes, number 13.
Oh yeah,
way to put his team on his back right now.
Yeah,
and just played ball the entire game, showing the boys how to get it done. Big lead here for the Blue Devils as we are at 1:24 left to go here in this district final game. Big steal there from Connor Koch, another big ball player for them.
Smart
Looks like he
move.
might have hurt his hand on something
happened.
as he made a move right there. Moving it around looks fine. He might have just tweaked it a little bit, but he came up injured after that. Like he stole the ball, he dribbled it, and just had a hard hit there.
And here I thought he was just trying to slow the ball down to kill some clock, but
Yeah, I saw the grimace on his face. He did something to it, his wrist, because he immediately felt it, and now he's down there checking it out. Just pray that he's not injured or something like that. Maybe just tweaked it.
And I want to give a couple shout outs real quick to Craig Cleveland Sr. and my uncle Barry Webster. I know those guys are two guys that, you know, I rely on for a lot of my advice and a lot of my knowledge, so I want to give them a shout out too.
Ahoo. Under 1:05 to go. Ball being skipped around right now. Looks like the BR is just going to lay off right now and let this clock time out. We're at 49:66. There's 15 seconds here on the shot clock. I want to give a shout out to BR as Brummer goes up for a little bunny. Cannot get it. That resets the shot clock. There's still not enough time. We've got 20-second difference there. I just want to give a shout out to this BR team for having a heck of a season. You know, they played their entire year They played against some really good teams. They battled through some teams. You've obviously got the all-star in KJ, but then how about Wagner, the way he played this evening? Let's count out some of the seniors here for Bancroft Rosalie. Number 1, Markale Charlie, who's coming in the game right now. Number 4, Mr. Braylon Wagner. Way to go out your senior season. Come out your senior night here. The last chance you get a chance to play on this floor, and he had himself a ball game. Number 12, Logan Butler, 6'3" senior for these BR Panthers. And then we have Mr. Braxton Bono, number 20. He's been playing the majority of this game. And number 32, Mr. Lucas Engel as well. The seniors for the BR team, what a memorable season. Be able to walk away from this game as district runner-up your senior year. Not many can say that.
Yeah, nothing to hang your head about. You know, you feel for the seniors and you wished it could have went the other way, but at the end of the day, you know, these are crucial experience opportunities for these younger players going forward. And for BR, everything's going to be okay. The future is bright, and just continue to hold your head up high.
Bono, he's going to go up and he's going to get fouled. The senior will not be denied tonight. Going to get himself a free throw line.
He's getting on the board tonight.
Yep. Lucas Engel got that rebound as well. He's in the books.
He might. Hold on now. He has 2 chances.
Looks like Killian Steinhaus is getting a seat for these Wynot Blue Devils. And that's one of the things I give credit to is the free throws missed. A lot of the Blue Devils, they're not big stat guys, right? You're not going to see them score a whole bunch. You're not going to see them get every single rebound or nothing. But they're flying around. They're poking at the ball. They're doing all the little things that you need a whole team to do to win a ball game.
All 10 of them.
Yep.
And another thing, too, about Wynot, I feel like, you know, we watched them play so much that, you know, for being a D2 team, they're a high-level D2 team. And that's a credit to their coaching and their fans too. I really love it up for these boys and their fans, because their fans been loud all night cheering for them. And now with the opportunity to go to state, I imagine Wynot's going to show up and show out down there.
Yeah, apologies. I was saying D1 earlier. Coach Q didn't correct me. It's a D2 district final that we're witnessing right now.
My fault. I was trying to correct you on some other things first.
12 seconds to go here, about a second difference on the shot clock. We're going to see what they do here. Number 3 for Wynot shoots it, bombs one. Mr. Kason Hans, a sophomore, just to get rid of that shot clock, and that's gonna do it here, folks. The final score, 49. Bancroft Rosalie Panthers, the Wynot Blue Devils, 70, punching their ticket to state as a D1 finalist here. One of the 8 that are gonna make it down to the state tournament in Lincoln. I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Ho-Chunk Incorporated, the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, and then I know I want to shout out the background broadcast crew real quick here. Bethany's going to pull it up for me, and then I'll get your guys' final comments. We'll talk about KJ a little bit, talk about their season. You heard us kind of try to wrap it up there as we got late in the game. We're going to get it here quick, but shout out the broadcast crew. We got DJ Bessamy, DJ Guaranteed, Kevin Ebert, our camera operators, Jordan Abbas, Sinya Harlan, Jerry Miller Jr. I'm Coach Huge with Coach Chris, Coach Q. Couldn't do it without your sponsors. Couldn't do it without our camera crew that we've had all season. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great basketball season, fellas.
It has.
Yep.
It has.
I enjoyed every minute of this year's basketball season live stream. We got to do plenty of games in Winnebago and outside of Winnebago. Record number of games outside of Winnebago. The only thing that we didn't get to do this time is to send a local team down to the state tournament, because the last 3 years we've been present at the state tournament from right here on KWTN.
We appreciate our
100.9 FM.
viewership. I think our viewership has almost doubled in numbers. We're getting more and more followers every day. So we appreciate all of you that are liking, subscribing, jumping on, and watching the show.
Us guys doing so many live streams kind of got us skinny, look too rough. That got me skinny anyway.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Any final thoughts, Coach Chris?
Well, I just want to give a huge shout out to BR for putting themselves in position. And every year they play against quality teams every year, and you don't ever want to shy away from that. And that's one thing that I wish Winnebago would do a better job of scheduling-wise, is putting us against people and teams that, you know, is going to help us in the long run. And to BR's credit, that really helped them get here, and in a season where it wasn't up to their standard, but they still fought through all that and was able to put themselves in this position to be able to compete to go to Lincoln. And that's what you want every single year. And a huge shout out to Coach Meyer and Coach Maxwell and all the guys over there. They do a great job with the boys. huge amount of respect for those guys over there and what they do. And also, big shout out to Wynot. You know, these boys go to state in all these sports every single year. And you want to give a credit to these boys for being the type of players and the type of athletes that they are. You know, all those long hours of training and putting in work and lifting weights, you know, those are the things that the crowd and the fans don't necessarily see. But, you know, those behind the scenes things, those have everything to do with the success out here on the floor. And my advice to every young athlete, you know, just being in the gym, but doing it with your buddies, doing it with your teammates, doing it with the guys that are going to be out there going to war with you each and every night. And you could tell why not? They're all together. There's a great continuity and camaraderie about them, and just a great energy. And I hope they go down to the state tournament and really make a run and make some noise. Super proud of them, and great job, and good luck at state.
I want to give a low-key shout-out to Wynot's basketball team as well. Congratulations on making a state tournament again. You know, I hope you represent our district really well and come back with a state championship. That would look awesome, having a football state championship and a basketball state championship in the same year for those young men. So good luck down there, Wynot. But I want to give a shout-out to Wynot's community, like Coach Chris said. But I'm going to give a shout-out to all their Pee-wee coaches, all their elementary school and junior high coaches, because they're the ones that are laying the foundation for each one of these little athletes right here. And kind of like, you know, us guys all know that most of the time it's one of the dads or a couple of the dads kind of getting the boys together, getting the kids together to kind of do those things. So I want to give a shout out to all those dads up there. I don't know your names up there, but you guys are deeply, deeply appreciated by our crew here, because we know what it takes. And then also for your young men out there representing your guys' school and community the way they are.
All right, guys. Well, with that, we're all finished up here for our stream. That's basketball season, folks. We appreciate all you jumping in and viewing. Be looking out for us during football season. And I'm going to throw a plug at Bethany and Gary. Maybe we'll get a couple of baseball games in this summer.
Yeah.
We'll check it out, you know. So be looking out here for the sports show here for us to be streaming as we move along here. Appreciate all you guys.
A couple softball games at Beer League.
Appreciate all you guys coming in. But that's to be it for us tonight, folks. It's KWTN 100.9, the Big Voice Radio out of Allen, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. Have a good night. We'll see you on the next one.